I literally started this by accident tonight before I had the camera ready, and now it's sideways for some reason. You know, this wouldn't be home without all of this nonsense, right? Okay, so, oh my God. Okay. I'm trying to fix it. Oh, geez. Y'all. Okay. There, it looks like it might be. Hi, you guys. I literally did not mean to turn this on right now because I didn't have it ready and it went on and I was all sideways. I'm like, oh my God, I'm all sideways. Hi, you guys. Oh, I'm exhausted, you all. These freaking fires. What is going on with everybody? Yeah, we got evacuation notices, but for us, I just moved from where the Eaton fire is, which is Altadena, Sierra Madre. I just moved from there. And now Mount Wilson's, I know now well, it's not just Hollywood. I have friends in Malibu that lost their houses completely. I have friends in Altadena that lost their houses. I have friends' parents that lost their houses. Luckily, 6 months ago, it was in June, I moved from that area on the side of Mount Wilson back over here, where I'm not telling you where I am, but back over here. So I'm in between like three fire. Mount Wilson's on fire. I can't fucking stand it. All those little bears that were on my stories all the time. Remember the little bears that were my friends? The babies, the cubs, the moms, all of that used to come at dinner time. I don't know where they're going. So I moved from there, which was weird. But we have one fire down the street. Paige just texted me that one this afternoon. And then there's West Hills, but that's down the freeway the other way. Simi Valley, that's down the freeway north. But I mean, I travel all these areas. And I know the bears, seriously, the sweet bears. Like it's that mountain that if you guys watch my IG story and you see me going up to the towers, there's like a row of them like that. That's Mount Wilson. It is incredibly beautiful. I have Keith's ashes up there. There's woodpeckers that live in the trees up there, and they're really friendly, and they're our friends because they peck. Not my neighbor when I lived there because they ate through his house. Yeah, I know. I know they're not being honest. My friend's house burnt to the fucking ground. I mean, well, just unbelievable. She didn't even unpack her bag from Malibu, right where the fire, those restaurants, going back 40 years, we eat in those restaurants. It's gone. Altadena, gone. Like fucking gone. You know, and the little animals, sweet. Moonshadows is gone. Duke's is gone. The beach club is gone. Like all these little places. It's gone. And and no water. That's Gavin Newsom. Hear me clearly. Do not vote that man for president. Do not do that because you're going to have a problem with me at this point. I'm going to go crazy. So, I mean, yes, well, they're getting rid of the history. Well, the history of the area. I'm just, I got to fix shit all the time with my cameras. I'm going to learn, but I just don't have the patience to do so. And this is Unprofessional Podcast 101. That's who I am, unprofessional. But the fires, it's very interesting because you are not allowed. Okay, so first of all, the reason for these fires, in my opinion, psychically, okay, and there's arson. They're popping up. The areas in between are 30, 40 miles, and it's across freeways, but it's the Getty, that's suspicious. Anyway, is because they are LA County, okay? That's not Orange County. That's not like Palm Springs. It's not Burbank, but LA County is going to be designated to be the first AI smart city in 2028. So what they're doing is they're segregating us. And when you look at, like, for example, Mount Wilson, you can go all the way to like Mountain High from Mount Wilson. You can traverse across the top. They're taking that ability away. They shut down Mount Baldy for a year. They shut down Chantry Flats, which is another way up Mount Wilson, for 4 years. Never opened it back up. Now they're going to shut down Sierra Madre Trail up Mount Wilson. That's where I was living for the last year. I can say it now. I live literally on the Mount Wilson Trail. That is where I live. That's why the bears came. Like, I got a little cabin there, and that's where I lived. I talked to my former landlord. He said his house is okay. Their houses and the one I was in is okay. But the Eaton Fire is like Hastings Ranch around the corner. It's like a mile up the street. I would go there with Maya and we'd eat fish. Anyway, it's like around the corner, and it's the other side up Mount Wilson. So it's hitting Mount Wilson. If it hits Mount Wilson, the top, the towers, then we lose all of our communication, our cell service, our this. I know Chantry Flats is the most beautiful trail. Remember the waterfalls, all the pretty water, you go down. The only thing I hated about that trail is you go down and then back up. I hate the down and up. Yeah, well, we have to build it back, but you understand, for example, it's definitely arson, and it's definitely targeted areas. And they are going after houses that have tunnels under them, for sure. The Getty, these other tunnels. They want smart cities, and they don't want any of us, okay, to travel. So just to give you an example, I have remember my car got eaten by rats? Yes, it's a true story. That was last year. So I had to purchase another car in February. I have driven 32,000 miles, and it's not February. I live in Los Angeles. I just go here. I don't do anything extravagant. I take a couple of trips to Palm Springs and stuff like that, but 32,000 miles. So if they get me to a point where I'm segregating and I can't go out more than 15 miles, I had to buy my car outright. You can't really lease them when you drive that much. You cannot. You cannot lease them, okay? So I started leasing it, and then I paid it off because I don't want to be controlled. 12,000 miles. Yes, my car eaten by rats. No, it was. The rats died in my car. That was after the P. Diddy thing broke, and they did. So what I'm saying is, in the car, when you drive from Palm Springs to LA, so you're doing 160 miles and whatever else. Yeah, they want everything electric. But here, I'm going to tell you something. So I hate to admit this, but I went to Planet Fitness for a shower, and they were super nice. The little girl at the counter. Oh, yeah, some people do drive less than that. I have friends, for example, if I'm going to Malibu to see my friend whose house burnt down, I'm going to drive 40 miles, 80 miles, 100 miles for breakfast, for lunch, for, 4th of July. That's what I'm doing, right? That's what I'm doing. So in the morning, I'm driving 50 miles round trip to hit any particular mountain, right? That I want to hike on, all of those kinds of things. So I'm just doing all of that. No, I went to Planet Fitness at like midnight last night, 11 midnight. Little girl behind the desk, she's like, we don't have any Wi-Fi. And I'm like, but do you have hot water? She's like, yeah. So I wore my flip-flops in. I put my lock on the thing. I went into the shower and I undressed in the shower. And then I put my little clothes in a bag outside. And then I took my little shampoo in there and did all of that. And then, and then I was like, oh my God, hot water. Yay. And then I put hot water on a pot on the thing I cook on outside, the grill, so that I could have hot water inside, because we literally, yes, it was definitely triangles. You have no idea. It was fucking terrifying. It was like, my friend sent me her video from trying to get out on Carbon Canyon Road, trying to get out of there. You know, I'm talking about Estelle and Mark. Anyway, they're sending the video, and I'm like, Jesus, I mean, what the is going on? I mean, just what? No, I had no water. They shut our power off. I don't think John's house, where the kids are, and John, I don't think they still don't have their power on down the street. It was like every few streets. Like when I went to Planet Fitness, Fitness, whatever, I just said it. Anyway, when I went there, you know where I mean. When I went there, it was all the street lights were out. But here's the interesting thing. So I pull into the parking lot, right? And I see lines of cars in the parking lot, and I'm like, I hope they don't want to shower because I want to fucking shower, right? So, because I had to get up and exercise this morning. So I could not go out running, which makes me pissed off. So I went and got a treadmill, walking pad. John's like, you're never going to use that. I'm like, I can't get up a mountain right now, but I'll find somewhere. If I have to drive to Arizona, I'm going. But anyway, so there's lines of cars out of is it Planet Fitness? Yeah, or whatever that is. I just said it and I can't remember. My brain is fried. There were lines of cars. So they had lights on, they had power on, they had electricity, right? So they were waiting to plug their electrical Teslas in and whatever else. And they were 20 cars deep in they only had 3 outlets. So literally, like John, Planet Fitness, thank you. I just said it and then it went out of my head because I so don't shower in public anymore. That was my stripper days. That was my stripper days. I'm going to start working on my calisthenics. I have no more room for any more exercise equipment, truth be told. And I can't put my silks outside because, oh my God. Anyway, so if they turn the electric off, where are the Tesla people going to do their cars? Like I watched them last night. I went in the shower. I came out of the shower. I talked to all these families, women in the shower with their little kids, super cute, showering in the showers. It was actually pretty interesting. I blow dried my hair. I took my little bag. I have a little travel hair dryer. So I just keep my flip-flops in the car and all of that. And my little, that's what happened. So I was like going in there and out there. So I come out and these Teslas are all lined up and other electric cars, but mostly Teslas. And I'm like, they're still in a fucking line, okay? Yeah, well, because here's the thing. So I have a Jackery. Y'all know what a Jackery is? Hold on. I'm going to show you because I'm fucking obnoxious. Hold on. Oh, God. So this is my Jackery. I sound crazy right here, right? So it's 100% charged right now because I charged it in the wall socket. So this is what I needed it for. Let me show you this. I had this already. So I'm the only one in the neighborhood that had this, my secret weapon, so that I could get online because I'm a crazy bitch. When they take Mount Wilson down and solar generated takes 3 to 4 hours to get it working again, right? So I couldn't plug it into a wall. So I was going to go to the warehouse and do it, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and John's like, just stay home because I'm worried if you go to the warehouse in the middle of the night by yourself and plug that thing in when there's nothing in there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, I had my internet on all day with it, but I had to get in the car and try to charge it while driving and charge my phone. Thank you for that, Brittany. Thank you. So I had to do that. But here was my secret weapon. And this is the best thing. No, John was right. He's like, stop wandering around at midnight. I can't help it. I was like, okay, I can't go running. My classes have been canceled. Let me just stay up all night and do stuff. Weird shit. Hold on, watch this, you guys. Okay, y'all are gonna think I'm fucking crazy, but I bought this because in my head, I was gonna be in van life. So, what is this, you ask? It's Starlink. Now, let me just tell you about Starlink. I know we don't like Elon Musk, but here's where I do like Elon Musk. There was no internet, okay? So nobody could get on to the internet. I couldn't get on, like my house internet disappeared. Spectrum disappeared. The other one, Fios, whatever, Frontier, they disappeared. The neighbor had that gone. The neighbors were out on the street trying to get cell service, right? This bitch is in the house because I got this for my car and you can actually, I'll show you what it looks like because this is the mini. I sound like I'm selling it. I'm not. I just was really impressed because I was able to get online and be doing it. But I'm thinking more like if I have to live in my car because I always think that. Like I'm going to be homeless or I have to live in my car. And I've been homeless, so they didn't have this when I was homeless. So I'm like this. But this is the mini one. So it does cost you like $5.99 to buy this. It's all dusty from the fire. This and the cord. It comes with comes with the case, and it has a big cord. So I plugged it into the Jackery, right? And then you pay $50 a month. It smells like fire. It's totally worth it. If Mount Wilson goes down, the cell phones won't be there, but I will have service on this because it's my own internet, right? No, it's $50 a month. I have the mini travel. And you can pause it. So when I don't use it for a month, I pause it. And let's say like the fires happen, I put it back on. Anyway, this is the mini travel, right? It's not the full one. The full one is like $120 a month, which still you're paying that for your cell phone, but that's not what I'm paying. I'm paying $50. I also have the Magic Hawk 8 van life like hotspot. That thing didn't work. This thing, we drove it up to Mount Wilson. Like I ran up Mount Wilson and we drove it. John drove it up there. I put it in the middle of the parking lot. It just has to have an open connection to the sky. So no trees, no house roofs. And yes, there you go. Mini travel. That's it. $5.99. That's what I have. That's the mini travel I just showed you. So I had it out on my yard and I just plugged it into this. And so it lasted power-wise for 5 hours. This was about 200 and something a couple of years back. This was it. So that's how I got around that. But I had to charge that. So then if it kept doing that, it would be problematic. So now I'm going to read this before this goes away, you guys. I saw something, somebody's son passed. Hold on. Okay, this is annoying. I can't get to, shoot. Hold on. Let me just get back to it. I just saw somebody's son pass as I'm in September, and I'm sorry. I hate this. I can't find the thing. Shit. Somebody tell me what that said. I don't know where it went. I can't see where it went. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Ask me the question again. Sorry, it went by and I can't see it. Anyway, I got the Jackery at Harbor Freight. That's Lila's favorite place. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Crystal, I'm sorry. I know your son passed, and tell me again what you said, because I can see your super chat. I can't. Okay. Crystal, my precious son passed September 20th. Let's see. He was 21 years young in his whole life. I'm just a shell. I understand, Crystal. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, thank you, Crystal. You're going to be a shell for the rest of your life. That's what you're going to be. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, I saw it. My answer to somebody who's lost a child is you will be a shell for the rest of your life. You will never be the same. You will learn how to function, or you won't. People do one of two things, but you're not going to be the same. Why would you be the same? That's your child. That's your child. That's your little child. So no, I'm not the same since Keith died. I'm not the same. And you're not going to be the same, Crystal. So that's who you are, and it's okay to be whatever you need to be after your son died. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm pretty sure your son, because he loved his mom, I'm pretty sure, Crystal, he wants you to be happy and smile and that he's right by you. I'm pretty sure of that from the work I do. Even though my own child died and I can't really see my own son all the time, I'm pretty sure your son wants a smile on your face and wants you to at least be happy in his name. I'm positive. So what I feel for you is celebrate your son. Tell us about your son. Tell everybody you meet. If I have this rule, if you don't want to hear about Keith, I don't want to talk to you. It's not worth my breath if I can't tell you that my son died and I have to watch your feelings and caretake you. No, my son's death is part of how I breathe and live for the rest of my life. So I feel like my advice to you, and it's not psychic advice, but my advice to you is to celebrate your son in whatever things he liked to do, whatever people, his friends, his family, his grandparents, his siblings, whatever it is. Use your son and do everything in his honor because he can feel that. And that I'm positive of. I don't doubt it for 1 second. I know he does not want his mother crying every day, even though I know you do. So I understand that, Crystal. I get it. But that's how you do it. You just change your mindset and you celebrate your son. You're like, this is my son, and I want you guys to hear about my son. And my son really loved to do this. Start embracing what he loved to do. Start doing that. Like anything. I do everything in Keith's name. So whatever I can do to help somebody, it's on Keith's behalf. When I talk to you guys, it's on Keith's behalf. Okay. So you can do the same in your life. You can create artwork. You can donate money. You can donate your time. You can tell people about your son. You can find friends who understand how you feel. My friends listen to me about my son because they're not my friends if they don't. They just don't. I don't want you around if you cannot discuss the fact that my son died. So I feel like you need to talk about it more. You will be a shell. It never feels right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me that my son's not here. Doesn't feel right. Yeah, just, I mean, why would that feel right? You would be insane if that felt right. Starbucks water. Anyway, I had to get some water. My electricity was off. You're not going to feel right. And you will never forgive yourself for the things that you thought you should have done or could have done. You will go over it in your head a bazillion times, but there will come a day when you know that your son is by your side, and you will know that he does not want you miserable. You live in the way that you felt about him. Treat yourself as much as you loved him, and talk to us, anybody, about your child. That's what I would say. That's what I say. I get pissed off if I have some they're not close friends of family members, so other family members, I guess, who never said they were sorry that my son died, and I think they're fucking assholes. If you have friends that are hush hush and won't talk to you about it, they're not your friends. So you need to speak about your son. That will make you happy. It makes me very happy. When I see a little kid that looks like my son, I'm like, I have a son that has glasses like you and freckles. And then I'll talk to them, and then they'll say something and I'll say something back. That's just the way that I feel it might help you handle it differently. You need to talk about it. And since boys are full of fun, boys are the best. Little boys are the most darling. The best thing is your son, to see you try things and do the things that he couldn't do. So whatever he wanted to do, you go do those things for him. Like whatever it is. Little boys are the best. And I don't mean that in a weird way. These days, you can't even fucking say that, right? But I love little boys. I mean, I love my 2 boys, not in a weird way. But yeah, you have to say that. No, they shouldn't pass. But you know what, Joyce? Here's something I learned, and I always said this. Just because we are told they shouldn't pass before the parents, who said that? Because God determines when we die. So you don't have a right to outlive your son, or your son doesn't have a right to have a parent their whole childhood. That's a misconception. That is to teach you to be present in the moment. I don't like the lessons on this planet, okay? But that is to teach you to do what is correct and be present in your child's life. And you can be present now. Your son hears everything. If you understood that they can see you right here, your son is like this close and he watches you cry, he watches your pain. I know it because I've seen it, just not as much with my own son as I did with other people, but I did with my son. It just came about in a different way. So that's how I would word it. I always talk about Keith everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, period. It's the end of the conversation. New hobbies, new exercise classes. What are your tattoos? My son died. This is him and this is his brother, and this is them when they're little. And that's what I do. Do anything you can, because it's about your survival now, because you have purpose here. So you're not to give up. I know you feel like it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. And I'm so sorry. It's horrific. I'm sure you're a cute shell of yourself. Keep making yourself cute. Your son wants you that way. in whatever way that is for you. Okay, now, it's terrible. Now I'm going to go back to the fires that are destroying everybody. Okay, what the hell was I going to say? Um, with the fires that are burning, did you know in LA County, Laurel Canyon is by Runyon Canyon. Mount Wilson hiking trail, gone. Runyon Canyon, on fire. Mount Baldy, fire. Santa Clarita, fire. Burbank, oh gosh. You guys are killing me. Yeah, I'm like 3 miles from a fire. It's right over the hill, right there. I'm sorry, the other lady said her son took his own life. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You're going to have to do the same thing. Like, you're going to have to do the same thing. It's not the idiots, it's the government starting the fire. They are doing this because they want us to be a smart city. Yeah, no, we've had to evacuate. We were supposed to evacuate. I had a bag, I had shit in my car. I started a fire by me last night, but for some reason it's not. It is getting awfully hot though. I feel when the flares happen. But yes, I have heard of the psychic twins. Long time ago. Anyway, when you look at it, they've stopped every hiking trail. Now here's what's interesting. This blew my mind because I have a friend that has like a compound property. Okay, so he runs his business off his property, and it's many, many acres, and there's a river that runs through it. Sounds like a movie. Anyway, there's a river that runs through it, and he has like a warehouse where he does his work, and it's a big, huge thing, right? Anyway, long story short, he was told by the city, it's LA County they're after, because they can control us. They can't control Burbank. It's independent, right? But he collected rainwater. So he put big tins, I don't know what you call them, and collected rainwater, right? That's illegal. These bitches, these government fucking bitches, think that you can't collect God's rainwater. And they made up West Nile. I'm not saying there isn't West Nile, but they said if you get, like, you're going to make West Nile come. No, it's illegal to collect rainwater. That tells you their agenda. Also, all of the snow that comes down through the Canadian, the Eastern Sierras, and then comes down, Newsom has sold it off, siphoned it off, and it goes all the way through LA, but not to LA. Yeah. And then Gavin Newsom, please don't vote him in, but Gavin Newsom says, well, the cities can handle the water. Really? Can they? Because I don't think they can handle it. Since you take the money to do the fire department, and the fire bitches, 3, shut down several of my friends' businesses due to fire codes. Now they're going to get their asses kicked. So, yeah, no, I've got my pictures on a disc. Let me show you what I do. I'm so weird. I did this after Keith died because I couldn't bear to have a fire, even a pretend fire, take my pictures. But let me show you what I do. So, when Keithy died, I had all his pictures digitized. These are 2 terabyte discs. They have this, they have an extender thing if you have a different kind of computer, so you don't have to just use a C thing. I'm like a thing or whatever. Anyway, I made these for John, Jason, and anyone else. So this has all our documents on it, all of our driver's licenses, all of our whatever, all John's childhood pictures. And then I have the boxes still saved. They're like, do you want to throw the pictures out? I'm like, hell no, I'm keeping the pictures. So I made triplicate copies of these, okay? Triplicate. Every year at Christmas, I phone Elijah, and we download my pictures off of the iCloud onto here and keep them on the iCloud. Then, this is only 2 terabytes. It's already full. I have Keith's accident pictures, legal papers, court works, everything. Okay, John has them, and if there's a fire, it hooks right on you. I gave them to Deanna and her family after Jesse passed, so they have them. And this is exactly, you just hook it onto your purse, and you take this. It has every picture that we have. Like, it has all of these, it has childhood pictures, it has videos. It's an external hard drive. This is a SanDisk one. This is 2 terabytes. It's probably about $100. These are at like $100. This one's Jason's. He still hasn't come to get it, but it's here. Then, since I have so many videos and stuff I do, I got this one. It is also a SanDisk. It's this one. It's an external hard drive. This has 14 terabytes. I have this by the front door packed, and I have 2 of them. So I have it backed up and put into 2 separate places so that if anything happens, other people have it, and I have it online. That's how bananas I am about pictures, because my son died. So I didn't want any of them getting gone, you know, so that's what I did. So I have them right here so I can run out the door with them. Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I have key sashes, I have the passports, and I have purses and cat food in the cat. That's what I took. And shampoo and a couple of pairs of shoes and blah, 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 all of that. So I have all of that. So that's how I do it. And then, even to be even weirder, because I am weirder, I have these little 2 terabyte Samsung ones, and I have a case. So I've already put several of these, thank you for the super chats, into the case. So I have them. I have them hidden in my car. I have them hidden there, here, there, everywhere. So people know. How did Tallulah do? She's fine. She has her pink carrying bag. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. We just go. But that's actually what I think is important. If you want to do something after a child passes, this is what you do. Document their life. There's another thing. You can put videos together. You can find someone to do a memory video of your child, just to put up on YouTube so that family and friends, you can create. I just have bug out cars. I have just a little car, but the Getty's over on the 405. It's north, west, south. We all drive. We all drive these freeways every day. Yeah, I literally, John and I, after the month after Keith, the week before Keith died, I asked him to go bring up 6 huge tubs of photographs in photograph books that me and John had for our whole marriage, his childhood, my childhood, all of that. I am in LA, all of those things. And so Keithy delivered it, and I told him, I'm going to make books for you guys for Christmas. Well, of course, he died, and that was in July, and he brought the last, that was so heavy. So as soon as we could, I found a place up in Orange County. It was actually in, I forget where it was, but it was somewhere in Orange County. I drove 10,000 pictures myself. You have to pack them a certain way. I drove them out there, and I had them make triplicate copies out there of everything for a price. It does cost you a bit to digitize, but they digitized. So that's what I did. And then I took those digital pictures and I got them online and I put them everywhere. So they are everywhere so I don't lose them. That's it. That's the only thing that, what's the thing? It's called a external hard drive, but I use SanDisk, S-A-N disk. It's this. SanDisk. And then the other one is this Samsung, this one. And the other one is a bigger SanDisk. Anyway, that's what I did. I do projects for my son. I do all kinds of projects. I plant flowers. I paint rocks. People paint rocks. People plant flowers. I do whatever I can. Yeah, it's just, that's what I do. Anyway, check it. I know these fires, you know, LA is never going to be the same, right? We will never be the same. Like Hollywood Boulevard. Wait, I learned my taxes go somewhere. Oh God. Yeah. Unbelievable. Anyway, my friend's up patrolling. He's just texting right there. He's patrolling Mount Baldy right now. He's up there doing that. Yeah, I'm not sponsored, but this is just how I handled my life right there. And I did it immediately. I didn't talk about it. I didn't wait for it. I just fucking did it. Took all those pictures out, did it. Because you know what? I thought there could be fires anyway. Electrical shit can happen all the time. That's the thing with electrical, y'all. When I watch those Teslas all, you know, like outside waiting in line, That's going to be a huge problem. So here's what I learned. Here's what I learned. Okay, so my neighbor had a generator. So his was loud. And then at John's house, our other neighbor had a generator and hers was loud. So I learned that there are generators. They're probably $1,000 to $2,000. The Honda one apparently is one of the best ones. Yes, Honda like the car, and I do like my Honda car. But anyway, the Honda ones are one of the best ones, and it uses propane and gas. And apparently the propane like your barbecue, so that's easy. Keep that in your backyard, simple. You can carry that in your car and you can hook up that generator, right? There you go. You kept duplicates at your mom's. So smart. So you can, I love my Honda. Me and Keith bought a Honda at the same time, and then Jason and then John. So we got 4 Hondas going on here. And it's called a double inverter generator. Anyway, it's gas. So for 3.4 gallons of gas, it will last 18 hours. That's not much. That's like a 5-gallon can, and you can go get gas until they fall out of gas, and then you can't use the machines, right? Possibility. But I thought I'm going to do that. Yes, the fires, there were, no, not necessarily Burbank. They didn't hit, but you can't run out there. It's just god awful. Yeah, I know. I don't care what Jay-Z says. Jay-Z should learn how to spell, or at least his team should learn how to spell. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what they're doing? They're hiding evidence underneath the houses where the kids have been trafficked and all of that. That's what they're doing. That's the first thing. Secondly, when people call me crazy, because they do, when they call me crazy, they should actually know that P. Diddy is being accused on at least 400 separate occasions of doing these things that we all speak about that apparently were fucking crazy, right? No, I've been saying this for like 30 years. I'm crazy like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not crazy. You can call me whatever you want. I'm sober. I can observe the world. I've seen it. I understand it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, period. Yes, this is a live chat. It is all over the place because you know why? It's my channel. It's my channel, and you don't have to be here. That's the beauty of a free country. I will go all over the place because I'm intelligent enough to jump from topic to topic. And I'm well-versed and educated on the topics I'm speaking about. But thank you for pointing out that it's going all over the place, as if that's a bad thing. Like I'm not one-dimensional. Or am I just supposed to speak about one thing? Hi, I'm a puppet on the news. Let me just regurgitate crap. Okay, anyway. So what they're doing is the fires, if you look at it, they systematically set them in all the corners, and they took down particular things while deflecting with regular people amongst them. And a lot of the houses had tunnels under them and things like that, right? Plus, now we are at their mercy. They're not going to let us go. Now they said you can't go into the burn areas because it's toxic, right? And you can't go get anything. Okay, why can't you go get anything if it's burnt to the ground? What are you actually going in there to get? Number one. Number two, it's your property. You can do whatever you want with your property, okay? You can do that. So fuck them. It doesn't matter. If it's my property and it's toxic, I can, like Paradise, California. Bingo, exactly. The other thing is, a lot of the celebrities that you see have behaviors that are less than favorable. So regardless, not all of them, but some of them. So they systematically hit houses of certain people, and everybody in between got annihilated with it because it's a fire. Since when, and I'm going to argue this point till the day I die, since when have the Santa Anas been in January? I've been here 40 years almost, and next year I think it'll be 40 years. 40 years in this country. I have never seen the Santa Ana winds in January. I've seen snow. I've seen rain. It's end of October. I can remember like driving and feeling the Santa Ana winds all around like Halloween and right after. Okay. That's the time frame. So now they're telling us It's happening now. And suddenly the winds are 100 miles an hour. Just suddenly, boom, out of nowhere. And I mean, they were pretty, like I was sitting in here going, what the hell is going on? You know, my friends are calling up the street. Lori and I are okay. Lori was calling me. I was calling her. She went out of power first. John went out of power. First Lori went out, then John's house went out, then my house went out. Paige's house didn't go out. I think Debbie's house went out. So there were several people we were talking. So it was just systematically. Now mine's back on. Lori's back on. Everybody else's is back on. John's is not back on. So it's HARP. Exactly. They are weather manipulating in order to have the outcome they desire, which is to, oh, it was definitely hurricane force winds. I was laughing when I was outside taking the garbage bin in and my camera flew off the roof, went into the neighbor's yard. Yeah, no, I'm safe. I'm fine. I just had to shower in the gym. That's not really safe, but yeah. It was directed. It would 100%. If you saw, okay, so Pacific Palisades and Malibu, that's like up Sunset Canyon, and you can't really get out of that area. Like once you're on PCH, you can't, like you're stuck. You can go that way or that way. You're not really going, because you got the ocean and then you got the mountains. You're not really going anywhere else, right? Until you hit Topanga, and then you got to go up over. But everybody has to go up over. There isn't another way, unless you go to Canaan and down by Pepperdine, etc. So they know that the people in those areas are more vulnerable because no one can get in or out. And if they evacuate you, where are you going? Did you see the traffic jams? So it's mismanagement. All of these people, celebrities included, pay a shit ton of taxes. And this fucking moron that runs California, this garbage ass weirdo, okay, literally took money along with the mayor lady, whatever. I am not even, what is her name? Karen Black, is that her name? I don't know. But whatever her name is, that lady who wasn't even here, that crazy person, she took the fire money and allocated it somewhere else. Karen Bass, thank you. She should be going to, yeah, I don't even know who she is really. So I just saw her and I'm like, I hate you. I hate you, you fucking asshole. I hate you. She's flying back into town. I didn't hear, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Nothing. And then Newsom is literally on a TikTok. Some ladies, yeah, she's the mayor. I don't pay attention to that. What I can tell you is our councilwoman, and I can't remember her name down the street. Yeah, I can't remember it. I'm sorry, my brain is like this. So the whole street's out on lights, but the councilwoman's sled and Christmas lights are on in her building and nobody is there. None of these people should have a career. That's the point. None of these people should have any kind of career when they don't allow Californians. They keep saying it was a water pressure problem. These people turned the hoses on their property. The government doesn't own your property, you bitches. You own your property. So these fucking people turned the water pressure off so they couldn't save their own houses. Now, what does that tell you now? Stop listening to the government. Get your big containers of water, and every time it rains, collect that water, because that's the only way you're going to save your house, because your city hates your guts, okay? Your city, not the firemen. I'm not talking about the firemen. The firemen were the ones out there, and they don't have water, so they're going to burn to death. Like, they're out there risking their life, and they don't have water. Yeah, where is Oprah? Exactly. Her house never burns. It's like fabulous. She's just lucky. Isn't she lucky? Super lucky. So she's so lucky. But they don't have, and where, I mean, I heard the bullshit. Because, okay, so I have friends that live in Montreal, Canada, because I'm Canadian, but these are friends I met in Los Angeles. And for the past 2 decades, LA hires, they stay at the Van Nuys Airport. LA hires these pilots that drive the water bombing planes. It's not water bombing, but the scoop planes, the big scoop planes, the ones that go into the ocean and scoop water up, right? They hire those guys. You know how I know that? because they are on the hiking trails. All the Canadians hike on the hiking trails. It's really funny. So so that's how I met them. They're all French Canadian and they get contracted out here. They stay in Burbank and they stay down at the Hilton. This is usually, okay, what they do. So I have watched for 2 decades as these guys come into town from end of August to December. That's our fire season, okay? It's usually September because it gets to be 117 degrees. Where are those planes right now? Where are they? They're not here. They're not going in the ocean. Yes, there you go. I know French Canadian from Montreal. Exactly. They're not here. And like, how is that fire getting up Mount Wilson without having people drop water on it? And then they're like, the wind is too much, which I agree. It was horrific. However, how to get that horrific? Yeah, well, now they have arsonists everywhere starting it. And I'm pretty sure it was started as a takeover. They started it in the Palisades. And here's the problem. Those people are rich. The celebrities are rich. Some people will say, we don't care. But here's the thing. Every single person, whether they're homeless and poor, illegal, blonde, brunette, black, white, Asian, whatever other color, Hispanic, doesn't matter. They pay taxes. They walk into the grocery store, they're paying taxes. They get gas, they're paying taxes. Okay? Everybody is paying taxes. We are the highest taxed state. Where the fuck is the water? Seriously. It's so weird. Where's the water? And Gavin Newsom is, look what he's done to San Francisco. They shoot up on the streets. My son Jason, on walking his daughters to school, has stepped in human shit and gone berserk. Homeless people have thrown rocks at the cars of our family and all of that, okay? Like people, not just us, the neighbors, homeless people. Why? Where did they go during the winds and the fires? Because they're not out here right now. So where are they? How come they knew how to get them off the streets? Why do we allow them on the streets like that? Okay, that's the first thing. They shoot up on the streets. They sell drugs on the street. They do all of that. Newsom can blame Trump all he wants. Newsom's been running this state. I live here. That fucking idiot runs this state. That's the same guy that during COVID, that same COCK, spelling lesson, COCKS, capital S, UCKER. That. He is that, okay? That guy is the same guy that shut down every local person who's worked there. They are there. I'm glad the Canadian bombers are here. They should be. I haven't seen them. We're not seeing them go up the mountain. I can see the fire out my window. We're not seeing it. But here's the thing. I'm just asking. You had to wear a mask. You had to go in the grocery store and you had to be rationed. They shut down your local restaurants, mom and pop organizations, threatened to bankrupt them. This is your government. Who the fuck are these people? I'm serious. I'm sorry. I really feel that way. Who are you? So they did all of that. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom is at the laundry restaurant, French laundry restaurant, $1,500 a plate. He's got no mask on. Oh, I see. He's special. The virus knows that it's not Gavin Newsom. That guy lets people shoot up on a street and expects you to walk your kids through that and step in human shit. Go to downtown LA. Go walk around downtown LA. I get such a headache when I get there. I get such a headache. I know. You can't have that. Where is the money for the homeless? Where's the money for the water? We are paying $7 to $8 a gallon out here of gas, okay? Our eggs are $10 for 12. I mean, you can go to Costco and get the other ones, but I have to eat organic eggs, grass-fed, blah, 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 okay? Because that's just me. I got to do that. Oh, they're laundering money. It's $10 to get 12 eggs. And if you know anything about this, eggs is what parents would feed their children because it's a good source of protein. It's got vitamin B and it helps the central nervous system. So they overprice you with the eggs for that reason. They overprice you with milk because you have children and it's a good way to get them full and get protein. But they'll lower the price on an Egg McMuffin So you can get 2 of those human burgers, right? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, that didn't mean to come out like that. But you get what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? Mm. So this city is fucked. It is fucked. We are so fucked, and I'm so angry about it. You can move in with me for free. I'm never leaving my son and my granddaughters. Sorry, I can't. I love them too much. They're my friends. I got nothing in my life but my son and my granddaughters. That's all that matters to me. So I stay where they stay. If they move to Idaho, I guess I'm going to Idaho. I hope to God they don't move to Idaho. No offense to Idaho, but I'm just not ready for that. It's terrible what's happening. It is terrible. Altadena burnt to the ground. The church is burnt. It's terrible. It's horrific. And all Gavin Newsom, the lady on she was wearing her mask and she said, my daughter's at that school that just burnt down. I grew up there, blah, 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 blah. And this is Gavin Newsom. I'm on the phone with the president right now. And then she says, can you put him on speakerphone? And he's like, and I quote, well, I can't get cell service yet. Listen, you slimy piece of shit. Fucking speak properly. They should be ushered right out. We should not be listening to these people. Why is it that Americans, Canadians, Haitians, Africans, any country, French people, why is it that they think that the government has authority over you? They do not have authority over you. They are nobody. We have been taught since childhood, and it's a scare tactic like the Wizard of Oz. So people have to really get in this man's face. We should not have the Olympics here. The Olympics is some kind of bullshit, and we should not have it here. As American citizens and Californians, we should all be standing up saying, no, absolutely not. We don't want these fucking people, because he's going to clean up this area and dump the people in my neighborhood. Okay, I know. He's going to come. He's going to keep that side of the hill clean, and the valley, San Fernando Valley, we're going to have all these people dumped. I know you are, Wolf Mother. Exactly. That's what's going to happen. So he's going to put everybody over here, and they're just going to like pretend, I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know what. It's just the fires are getting rid of evidence. They're also blocking and getting things ready for a smart city. That's what they want to do, an AI-controlled smart city. And I have this argument with family members a lot. They're like, well, you're not in a horse and buggy anymore, so the government knows. The government is not there to think for me. I get to live my life the way I choose to live it and the way I want to live it. I don't have to do what they say. So I don't understand why they are making these huge decisions, because my point in telling you, Smart City LA 2028, my point in telling you that is literally, okay, literally, I drive 32,000 miles a year. I want to go see my friends. If I want to go to Palm Springs for the weekend, I'm going to go. If I want to drive up north, I'm going to drive up north. If I want to go to Santa Barbara, I'm going to do it. It's going to be 100 miles. So I'm supposed to only go 15 minutes outside of my house? No, I don't think so. You're not segregating me by economic, poverty, non-poverty, whatever it is. You're not doing that. So people got to get smart. Stop listening to these people. Show up. We have to fight. We have to go to rallies. We have to do what Black Lives Matter did and gather together and literally picket peacefully, but we still have to do it. Gavin Newsom cannot continue this. He ruined our state. You cannot collect rainwater. Stop listening to these people. Do exactly what you want. It's okay to shoot up on your street. Shoot up heroin on the street or fentanyl or whatever it is, cocaine, meth, whatever. It's okay to do that. And it's okay for your kids to walk to school and step in human feces. But you can't collect rainwater? Please. No. Please. Please, please. No, no. No, no, no. So, yeah, no, it's terrible. They're Satanists. And they are getting rid of evidence. So it's a bait and switch. They are making us all afraid. And the people whose houses are burning are like, oh, my freaking God, my house is burning. And they have no choice but to focus on that, right? They have to focus on that. So meanwhile, over here, this hand is doing all of this shit. And we don't even see it. I wouldn't be surprised if they are passing bills and legislation right now, okay? Because when Trump gets into office, there's going to be other changes made, and those changes are going to bring to light, okay, to light the child trafficking issues. And so they want to get rid of them because they don't want your favorite little celebrity. The only thing that I think is great is that Hollywood will, it's sleight of hand, exactly, that Hollywood will not exist. Like people will not, I think that that is great. Not that their houses burnt down, not that they're harmed or lost their families or their pets. Not that. I literally think that we should not focus on those people. Also, I know churches, yes, churches are used for energy harvesting. That's why they convince you. I don't have a church life, but yes. I listened to Julian Michaels. You know who she is? She used to be the fitness girl. Do you remember she had a show, Help You Lose Weight, something? Anyway, her house burnt in the fire in 2018. And this is California law, okay? So she has a house. She owns the property to said house. It burnt to the ground. She had a pool. All kinds of debris in the pool from the fire. She has money. She can rebuild, okay? She has more money than we have. She can rebuild. She went to get licensing. So, because in LA, you have to pull, Biggest Loser, thank you. You have to pull permits. It took her 1 year to get permission from the pigs in the city council, okay? Pigs, Los Angeles pigs. Took her 1 year to get permission to clean her pool out. She had dead animals in it. She had debris. She had God knows what else. 1 year. I don't think I'm going to fucking listen to you. But she had to do that or they'd rip her structures down. Yeah, 1 year. Go watch that. Go look that up, right? You need, no, I don't need to wash my mouth. Go fuck yourself. That's not what Jesus meant. Doesn't care if I swear. You know? Shut up. Anyway, yeah, see? So these government officials have no business in control of anything. And the only way to rise up against them, and I'm just going to point out a different way. So, and I hope I say this right. So in South Africa and apartheid, I never say that right, okay? They had like 10,000 white people, right? And they had 75 times more Native people or Black people living in South Africa who listened to the structure of the white devils running their government. We have the same ones over here. So my question is, if you are so strong and you have the manpower of that many people, why the actual hell are you listening to the government? Stand in front of them. Band your arms together. We have to do this. I'm telling you, I'm watching this. It is horrible. It is horrible. Yeah, cops. No, not the cops, pigs. I'm talking about the government pigs, not police, and they call them pigs. No, government officials. These people are employed by us. We give them money. So why is it that we all have to fawn for them? And how come they make so much money? Who are they? I want to know who's voting for Gavin Newsom. I had one client today. She messaged me and I posted something about the water and she's like, that didn't happen. Just because Donald Trump talked about the leaves in the forest and whatever needs to be cleaned out, he needs to go. And I'm like, you're mentally ill? The whole state is burning down and it has to do with debris. You have to, where I lived, when I lived on Sierra Madre, they made us pull the trees back and groom the trees back, right? So that's something. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the tunnels. Nobody votes for them, okay? Nobody's voting for that dick. I mean, can you imagine? I'm just like, can you imagine? And people, and so John at dinner, he's like, yeah, people think he's cute and he has good hair. And I'm like, I don't care what he looks like. He is employed by the people. It is not the other way around. And I don't understand why we, the people, don't stand. Yes, it's definitely Illuminati. Why do we not stand together and say, you may think you have control, go fuck yourself. Seriously, why don't we go burn his house down? No. His neighborhood doesn't catch fire. Just ours. That should tell you something. Just ours. Yeah, no, I was with John today because he had to come up here and use the power. The kids come up and use the power and stuff. No reservoirs. Exactly. So we had a family friend that had some property and they ordered a tanker of water, like one of those big round things you see like on land. It looks like a big propane tank, but it was water. So that's something people should do. Should actually have water around your house and not rely on the government at all. Ever rely on them. They are bad people. They are evil people. Did Oprah's house burn? No, I don't think Oprah's house burned. No, yeah, no. FEMA, I'm interested if they're going to give more than 750,000 like the people in New Orleans or South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever the Amish went. Where are the Amish? We need the Amish out here. We need the Amish out here. I hope the Amish, yeah, of course, Tom Hanks. I mean, they're all just, I don't know what to say. It is horrific. The people of Los Angeles County, all the fires out surrounding, if you went down PCH, that's Malibu. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's no longer beautiful. It's like these restaurants. Where do all those people go to work? Every single waiter, waitress, whatever, in all those clubs, and there are people, that's where we were down in that part of the city where we had our birthday party in August. All of us. Yeah, I'm so sad. But I know it's a distraction from what they're doing. They don't want us to know. They want to call you crazy when you talk about the trafficking of children. Now California, I mean, I have to leave the state to go hiking. It's like, fuck. It's annoying. As I said, I resorted to buying a treadmill, a walking pad. I want to put a fork in my forehead. I love to run the mountains. Now you can't. They're burnt. They'll be shut down. It's horrible. It's horrible. Sorry, my mouth is getting I'm like, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, and where are the firefighters? I mean, where are they? They're not helping the poor people. They're not helping the rich people. There were firefighters, but when you have 75 different fires, where are you going? You have to climb over the hill. They can't get through the traffic. They have to be in Pacific Palisades. They have to be in Malibu. They have to be in Altadena. Now they're in Simi Valley. How did they get all over the place there? Where are all the firemen? They cut back on the money. The lady that controls the fire department, her last name's Crowley. Isn't that interesting? Crowley. Did you hear me? I said Crowley. You get it? You get what's going on here? Do you see? The Amish need to come here. We need the Amish. I'm begging the Amish. Yeah, no, I think there were individual volunteers, yeah. But it was so, I mean, it was so, no water. I mean, there was some water, obviously, but no water. They've just burnt everything to the ground. I mean, to the ground. What happens? I'm just curious. Because let's even say somebody's a millionaire. They're going to live in a hotel for a year. Are there hotels available? Because my friends couldn't get a hotel. What about the poor people that lose their buildings? Or the poorer or the less financially well suited? So maybe they got 10,000 in the bank. What do they do with the money after that? How long is that going to keep them? It looks like it looks like a horrible war zone. It's a horrible war zone. It's terrible. Costco sold out of all their flashlights and thingy lights, lantern lights yesterday. I already had some. John came up here and took them down the house, but I already had them. I also had them. So that when the lights were out, I had those things all over the house. The heat was out. It was pretty cold. What do the old people do? There's people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s living in a house with no heat on it. Or it's burnt to the ground. Or they're told they got to leave. Where are they going? What if they don't have family? Where are they going? We need the Amish. No, I'm so stuffed. I'm so headache here, which is mild compared to people that lost their houses. Thank you all for the super chats. It's horrific what's going on. It's horrific. And we as people should be ashamed of what's happening. Ashamed. Keep your cars, if you're in Los Angeles, keep your cars full of gas because they're going to do it again. Oh, the insurance. Let me tell you the crazy shit I saw. I forgot to tell you this. So on Thanksgiving, where I'm in Hollywood, and I'm coming out to give the valet check to the valet guy, and I see this tabletop robot. So it's not like a person robot. It's like a flat back robot going up the street. to Hollywood Boulevard, right by the Fonda Theater, by the Palm Thai restaurant, and it's going across the street. And I go to the valet guy, what is that? And he goes, oh, that's a robot, and it's delivering food across the street. It was delivering food to the homeless people across the street. So they can pay to have a food delivery delivered by a robot. That shit's going on in LA right now, okay? That shit's going on. No, seriously, I saw it. I was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, I don't like this at all. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I know I'm not progressive, but I don't know that all the homeless are starting the fires. I think if we want to look at it like that, the government hires their assassins on different levels of the economic structure. So there are people who make money, people who make moderate money, and people who, for example, are homeless and indigent, and they are mind controlled. They are given money. They are given a lot of things to turn their back, to not look. The homeless see everything. Sometimes people are just taken over by entities at the time. So I know the smart cities, that's what they're doing. I know what they're trying to do. We can't let them do it. I'm not doing it. You're going to arrest me. I mean, you're going to have to, so I'm not doing it. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. And I shouldn't have to do it. Why is the government telling me what to do? I mean, what are you, what it would, no, I'm not doing your mask. I mean, I'm totally stuffed though. I should probably be wearing an actual air thing out there. It's so bad. Yeah, pronouns. You know, I don't have pronouns. Assume the position. That's actually funny. Yeah, Smart City 2028. Los Angeles County, which is all of these cities in this area, it's a huge piece of property, and it's slated to be the first AI-run smart city. You will not need anything, and you'll be happy, and you'll travel no more than 15 minutes outside of your area. I don't do that. I got to check out other cities all day long. I got friends all the way up and down from Canada to Mexico. So I got to go places. I got to see people. I like to drive. I like to see, like, no. I love the texture of the city. Los Angeles is an incredible city. It's beautiful. It is incredible. It's so special and so beautiful, and it's just been decimated. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, I own things, and I'm happy when I own things. I like my car. It's my car. I don't need to prove that I'm good or meet your credit score. Your credit score is bullshit. And under whose judgment are you judging me? Under whose authority do you have to judge me? Again, now let's just look at the culture of the society. You're born. Thank you for that. You're born. They want you to go to school. They have a set doctrine, and if you don't follow it, then you're stupid, or you need special ed help, or you need this, that, or whatever, right? So they indoctrinate you from the time you're born to follow these little rules like that, right? Like, you have all these things that you have to do to qualify you. I don't choose that. Okay. I don't subscribe to it. And God is okay with me doing that. I pray. I'm a good person. I help people. I don't want to follow what they do. It's okay if you do, but I shouldn't have to. So the fact that they are trying to convince us that we're going to like this, that's another thing. They shut the insurance off. That's a true thing. They did shut the insurance off. The insurance. Now, when I lived in Sierra Madre, I couldn't get fire insurance. So I couldn't get renter's insurance because they wouldn't give me fire insurance. So they're like, no. They also cut me off my car insurance, like, I don't know, it might have been last year, because they said they left California. So wait, Sammy Davis Jr. found alive. Hilarious. Probably Disneyland's open. You have to know we're brainwashed. So many adult women that I hang out with, wear Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse in the ears and, oh, it's all in good fun. No, they're just seeing if you're going to do the stupid shit they want you to do. That's what it is. It's stupid. I mean, it's fun if you just want to go do it with your kids. But if you're 60 and you're running around with mouse ears, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say. I think that you are interesting. That's what I think. So, yeah. So it was a huge problem. It's a huge problem. And all of these people that lost their house, oh my God, these poor people, where are they going? Like, what about their money? You know. And did you see the cars getting bulldozed off of Sunset Boulevard? The cops came by and said, get out, evacuate. They didn't clear the roads, so the people got stuck in traffic jams. So there was nobody directing traffic or helping people evacuate. And then they told them to leave their cars, and a bulldozer came and subsequently smashed all those cars. I mean, to move them out of the way, I get it. But do you think they're going to get those cars replaced exactly? And what kind of insurance did they have? Because I know I have a second car that doesn't have the same insurance as the first car. And if I'm driving that car and they're not going to fix it and I'm going to have to fight them and blah, 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 all of that. And is fire insurance covered or is it not? Is that happening or we don't know? So there's a complete takedown of Los Angeles. It's mayhem. And now they're looting, apparently. They're looting. In California, there's been so much fraud. That's what my insurance guy said. And I pay for one car. Okay, I insure 3 cars. So I pay on one of them $2,800 for 6 months. And it's because of the driver I share with. And then on the other 2, I pay about the same for the other 2. And then, so there's 4 cars altogether. 3 of them are on one policy. 1 is separate. And the thing that costs the least is the collector Corvette. It's about $700 a year. So, and it's a collector. So it's not a problem because it's not an everyday car. Not my Corvette, it's John's. But anyway, unbelievable. So no, seriously, you pay a shit ton here. I know it's California. They just take our money and they rape us. They are raping us. They have raped all the people in the houses. They did not, the firemen did. The firemen are out there, but there aren't enough of them. And you cannot, if you have 65 fires going on all over here, there, and everywhere, how do you get each person out there to do it? Oh, they're criminal here. I called State Farm and asked this woman for a quote, and she's like, yeah, we're not doing them right now. I'm like, okay, all righty. Yeah, see you in Nevada. I know, it's crazy. I spend thousands. It's just, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at some of the comments. It's just that I saw they had prisoners. I hope they had prisoners. That's another scam. That's another scam. Here's another scam, since you brought up prisoners. They put prisoners in prison, obviously. And I know some of them are bad people. I get it. But some of them are just drug addicts doing stupid shit like robberies and stuff. Like it's not like child molesting, rape, murder. So the rape murders, I don't care what happens to them. But the people that are just doing regular crimes, California keeps your people down in the prison system because they make money off of every single person in prison. And yet they allow rape and sodomy in prison. They allow their guards to rape people, and they allow other prisoners. Why is that a thing? Why is that okay? Ask yourself that. Why are people in prison being brutalized? Like, I don't care why you're in prison unless you're hurting children or beating and murdering people. But if you're in prison for like basically I am a meth head and I robbed 50 houses or I hit a pole drunk or whatever the hell it is, do you think you should be raped in prison? Like, why does our society know that that happens? Because we all know it. We tell our kids you're going to have to bend over in prison, right? Why do we say that so cavalierly and we don't deal with it? That should be addressed. What the fuck is that going on for? What is that going on for? And then Newsom's like, it costs so much money to keep people in prison. You're raping them in prison. That's what you're doing. So let them all go. Not the rapists and the murderers of children. Not those people. Other people. I can hear the wind picking up. So it's just really bad. The whole state is bad. The whole system needs to fall. But they are falling. They get paid off. I know they make money off them. That's what you got to teach your kids. You got to teach your kids. Don't do fancy pants Newsom. You got to teach your kids. Don't do drugs because the government wants you to do drugs. Because when you get hooked on drugs, number one, you become big pharma bitch because you have to take all kinds, Diddy should, you have to take all kinds of drugs to get off the heroin, off the meth, off of this, off of that. So you become a customer of big pharma. So they want you. They go into the school grounds. This shit's happening. It's just a clusterfuck. And now they set fire to the whole state. And it will never be the same. We as a state, as a group of people, will not be able to recover from this. The government is not going to help with this. But see, it's California. So they're going to offer a solution. Bet me. Hi, Anthony. Here's the solution. Here's the solution. Oh my God, Californians, come to a new way of life. Come live for free in this building. Work 7 hours a day. We'll feed you. Exercise while you're working in our buildings. Go out, say hi to your friends in the building next door. Yeah, we can help you. Okay. Don't do it. Yeah, there were robots. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, no, it's terrible. I am so sad for these people, like my friends, their childhood homes, their grandparents' homes, their neighbors' homes, all of their stuff. It's not really science fiction. It's going on. We have robots delivering food to homeless people who are in tents, taking shits on the side of our street that we have to walk through, but they are ordering food from restaurants. And instead of walking down the street to pick it up, they're having robots delivered to them in their tent, in the sidewalk, on the sidewalk. That's a fact. That's happening all over Los Angeles. That's not just in my area. That is all over. That's all over. That just happened to be on Hollywood Boulevard, but it's happening all over. There are homeless everywhere. Everywhere. Your kids cannot walk to school anymore. They can't do it. If they walk to school, they may get accosted, have rocks thrown at them, get their throat slashed by a homeless person. They may not. But even in North Hollywood, by the bus station, they have all of these tents. And you can go over there and you can park. And in the daytime, you might not see the tents. But when you go back out 7, 8, 9 at night, they're all on drugs. They're all in tents. And people drive by and buy their drugs off of the people on the sidewalk. I don't want to leave my state. I don't want to leave. I want the people of my state to stand up. I don't want to leave my home. This is my home. Do you want to leave your home? Do you? I don't want to be forced out of my home. I really don't. This is my home. I take good care. I don't litter. I don't sell drugs. I'm not hurting children. And neither are most of the people not doing that. But this is the stuff that's happening right now. It is horrific. My children and grandchildren are here. The poor wildlife. The beautiful bears. My friends. If you look at my Instagram, the bears used to come to my door and eat out of my garbage. They like to eat my ice cream. I know. I'm safe. I'm not on fire. I mean, nothing's happened here, but yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's terribly smoky outside, but yeah, there were bears, Sierra Madre. I mean, it's so bad. Let's see what's going on. I haven't looked in a little, like Seattle. Yes, like Portland, like Seattle, like Venezuela, like all of that. It's horrific, y'all. Let me look. Fires. Let's see where the fires are. I'm so sad. Like it just, oh my God. Okay. It's so unbelievable. It was such a sight. It was so like people were standing there and watching their houses burn down in front of them. And some cute guy. I mean, I don't know if he was cute, but he was so cute because he was like, my dog's over there. And the policeman's like, you can't go in there. And then the guy pedals by on his bike and he's like, I'm going to get my dog. So he went and got a bike and he went to get his dog. It is premeditated. He went to get his little dog. And I was like, he was sobbing. He's like, no, my dog is my friend, is my family. And he went to get his dog. Did you guys watch the video of the little skunk? Did you guys see that on TikTok? I was so sad. This sweet little skunk, they smell. I know. I've been sprayed before as a kid. But anyway, yeah, see? Oh my God, Mount Wilson is so threatened by it. It's freaking me out. It's horrific. But this little skunk, the skunk came into his backyard. And I know the skunk, he was so cute. And he just lay on the cement like this. So the guy's like, well, I'm going to build him a little house and put a blankie in there. And I'm going to get him some food. Anyway, this little skunk, he was so worn out, and you could tell the way he was looking that he was communicating. Yeah, I know. The firefighters are doing tremendous. The firefighters have been set up. The firemen and women have been set up to fail. They've been set up to fail. No water. What are they supposed to do? Throw bottled water at it? I saw people doing that too. The poor little skunk, after 3 days, he passed away. I couldn't stop crying. I was like, it's a skunk. It made me so sad. See, I get sad. The poor little thing, he ran in, he was like looking, and then see, I get sad. It's just very sad. The people, they got nowhere to go. Like, they're lucky if they got out with their cars. They're lucky if they got out with their clothes. They can't work. It's so horrific. They don't have food. Where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go? Why is there not, like, it's just, and then you've got Biden coming into town because his son, I couldn't stand the skunk. That threw me over the edge. The people, okay, but the skunk made me I was like, I can't. Yeah, that little skunk. I couldn't stand it. That sweet little skunk. No, they have nowhere to go. There were just like 5-minute cities, exactly. Every time I run up Mount Wilson, and I do it 2 or 3 times a week, the bears are out there. Solo the skunk, he was so cute. That little guy, you see him? So sweet. When the guy said he died, I started crying. I was like, oh, fuck. See, I'm going to cry again. That's stupid. But anyway, because I don't normally cry over animals. But anyway, when I run up Mount Wilson, the bears come out. Like, they're out. Like, I pass bears on the trail, and sometimes they have their little babies with them, and they come sideways down the trail, and the babies look at you, and you just stand still and say hi, and then they go. And there's all the deers with their antlers. Like, there's so many animals out there, and they're just going to get their paws burnt. Their babies aren't going to, like, where do the little babies go? Yeah, the little skunks were so cute. They can't breathe. That poor little thing was worn out. It was terrible. Then you've got the elderly. Did you see in Pasadena, they just rolled the elderly out into the side of the street. I start crying there. Guys in wheelchair, lady on like a ventilator. I'm like, why are they on the street? What is happening? They took school kids in Malibu to Pacific Palisades to Malibu, moved them 4 times, these little kids. It's horrific what's happening, and I don't understand. I really don't know why they can't contain it. I do understand that the wind is a problem, but Jesus, I'm trying not to cry. It's over a skunk. I'm such an asshole. But yeah, it's too much. I can't. The animals don't have any way to fight. You don't have any way to fight. So they don't even understand. And then the little babies, I just can't. And people lose it. There's like 400 dogs in one of the thing that have been displaced. The horses. We had a fire in our neighborhood in 2018, and I think it was started by homeless. Anyway, it came down the hill. It hit Lori's house and my house. So we're like catty corner like this, but like there's like 3 miles between houses. Libra Lori, I'm talking about. Anyway, it burnt the freeway. It burnt all the way down. And so we were thrown out of our neighborhood, and the police were saying, you can't get in. Well, of course, we had our passports and all of that. So Keith climbed over the back fence off the street. Jason climbed over the back fence. John snuck around another fence, and I just walked by the policeman and went in the front door. All 4 of us didn't listen, and all night Keith was going across the street They were letting horses loose in the park. They let the horses loose and just hope that they run. Like it's so horrific. It's so horrific. They let the horses just run, and the people carry the pets they can carry. But anyway, Keith was walking horses over to the park to let them go, like back and forth, and driving cars because somebody had like so many collector cars and shit. One of his friends, he was driving the cars. The hurricanes do it too. It's horrific. And driving the cars out in this thick black smoke, and it burnt like within an inch of our backyard. And then it stopped. It came all the way down the hill and maybe 8 houses away. And it went all the way up the hill and crossed the freeway like crazy. And I think it was from a cigarette somebody threw out in a homeless, if I remember correctly, it was 2018. And then there was the one that shut down Chantry Flats, and that was from SoCal Edison, and one of their boxes exploding, one of their electrical things. So people in California, it's so sad, but they do let the horses free. I saw so many horses running free. Like you can only hold on to so many, and you got to just let them go. Yeah. Yes, it is a lack of forestry management, but they do have it in some of the hills. I mean, I'm out there. Okay, somebody keeps calling through on this. So they have the stuff out there. They do have stuff like that. Animals in the zoo, they're caged. They're going to die there, okay? They're going to die. And Sierra Madre, that's where I live for the year, and it's very sad. It's sad. My old landlord said that they watered their houses. But some people tried to water their houses, and there was no water. Okay, there was no water. So, sorry, my nose. There was no water. It's so bad. So, California needs prayers and whatever. If you know people here, send them money personally. Not me. I'm fine. I'm talking about people that you know that are displaced or whatever. I don't know that I'd be donating to huge, big things that government has, but oh my God, it's unbelievable. Everybody's in their house. Every time we get an announcement, Kenna's texting me. She goes, "We just got an evacuation. Did you get one?" I'm like, "Yeah, we got one." Then a minute later, we're like, "No, we don't have to evacuate." Then, "Yes, you have to evacuate." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Deanna's getting evacuation notices over there. You got to get out. So it's terrible. It's just terrible. Oprah should volunteer, but she's not going to. No, send money to people you know. Offer to help people you know. Send clothes to them. Pay for a night in a hotel for them or whatever. There are no rooms. Everything. The grocery stores are empty. The ones that were open are empty. The other ones were shut down. Yes, some guy died, I know, with a hose that couldn't save his house. Exactly. But how do you... Okay, I understand you got to save your life, but your life is living in your house, living in your apartment, living in your car, living wherever. It is freezing outside. Like, it is cold. I was cold last night with no heat 2 nights in a row. That's why I went and had a shower at midnight at Planet Fitness. I keep trying to remember. That's what I did. And I was glad to have a hot shower. And you know what else I did? I always have a barbecue. I cook on a barbecue. So I put the pot on the barbecue, heated up the water, and then kept it in like stainless steel cups so I would have hot water because I was so cold. That's how cold I was. And I'm not usually cold. Like, I do go out hiking in snow and stuff, but it's actually cold. And there's a lot of, I can handle myself, but there's a lot of babies and a lot of older people and a lot of sick people. What are they doing? What are they doing? Lori was cold. Yeah, no power. We had no power I think down the street they still don't have power, but I got my power back this morning. Freezing. And they've got... The power lines were down. Street signs were bent. Trees were uprooted. It's fucking crazy. It's almost like, if I didn't know better, I'd say it's an apocalypse, but I don't think that way. I don't think that way, but that's what I think. So you've got to get like a generator that uses gas and propane. You can get the little Jackery and get the solar thing, but I don't think it's as efficient as the other one. You got to keep your cell phones charged. And you probably should get like the Garmin text messages that hikers use, or walkie-talkie radios, so you can give one to your family and one to you or whatever. It looks apocalyptic. It really, really does. It's just, it's crazy. It's so much in common. It's so obvious to me what's going on, and they're hiding something. So get ready for it, because it's going to happen. No, the fires haven't started. Another one popped up. What is that one called? Shit, it's on my phone here. Another one popped up in, I think, Big Tahunga Canyon. So we have that. Big Tahunga Canyon over there. Get small propane. Yeah, I have a small propane thing. I have that. Yeah, well, they're going to clear everything out. So your eyes are going to be opened in ways. Like the nerve of our mayor and that idiot governor, the nerve. And the nerve of Biden flying into Los Angeles and saying, go look this up. I'm not making it up. And no, I don't like Biden. I think he's garbage. I don't care. I think they're all garbage. But here's Biden. He's like, oh, today's a really sad day, but there is a happy thing. And I'm thinking, huh? He chose a conference on our city and state burning down to talk about him being a grandfather again because his son lives out here. Do we care? I mean, I'm glad. Congratulations on a healthy birth. But why are you saying that? Are you throwing that in our face? Like, we don't need to know that about you. We need to know about fire help for the people that have been displaced, lost their houses, and possibly people in their family. Anyway, that's what he says. And I'm like, wow, you're weird. That's what I'm thinking, right? So I know, public servant. I'm glad that he had a healthy grandbaby. Excuse me. See, I can't even imagine if you have asthma or breathing problems, you're fucked. That's what he said. Go look it up. I'm not making it up. So it's just the fire crews. I mean, yeah, well, I do care that he had a healthy grandbaby. I like to see children, but you're coming to, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, it's so weird. So weird. Kazoo. He does. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. He does look like Kazoo. We need to put a little green helmet on him. I'm that old. I know the reference you're making. I'm sorry. That's funny. I know. It's terrible. I'm so, like, I know it sounds weird, but I'm really stuffed. Skunks do. I felt really bad for the skunk. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't stop crying. And I'm like talking to myself going, you're a fucking idiot. But the poor little skunk, like, he came to the guy for help and the guy was upset. It's not funny. I can't. The great Kazoo. Yeah, exactly. You guys like Kazoo. It was so sad. Tooth oil for the thank you. Yes. I have to get it. Yeah, I don't like Kazoo either. No, my website's up. I'm trying to get it in order. It might look a little bit weird. I'm putting stuff up. I had to open it up. You guys were bugging. So I had to get up there and open it. Pepe Le Pew. I love the little skunks. They're really beautiful skunks. When they die, I can't stand it. I mean, they're smelly. They're smelly. Smelly skunks. But they're so sweet. Yeah, here's the thing with Ali Carter. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Somebody said her mother came out and went against her or called her a liar. Here's the thing. First off the bat, P. Diddy is in jail for raping children. Okay, he hasn't been convicted. He has to go to court. But those are the charges. And it's not just one children or one drunken rampage. It's pretty much everybody you know who's ever been in his company and anybody that's ever worked for him. So keep in mind, Ali Carter is describing exactly what P. Diddy has done that we know of, that he's being accused of, okay? So she's describing it accurately. Her mother saying that she's a liar makes me think her mother's a liar, because we know those circles do that, okay? We know those circles do that. But she's got to speak out if that's what she's got to do. We know what P. Diddy did. He drugged and raped people, allegedly, with baby oil laced drugs. Now, just think about this for a second. They tell you about fentanyl on the streets, right? And the police say they have to wear gloves to go through like somebody's fentanyl because it's so toxic that it goes through their skin, right? Oh my gosh, Flo, thank you so much for that. It's so, Flo, you are so generous. Thank you so much. So if fentanyl is toxic to your hands, according to police and hospital doctors, do you understand what P. Diddy did by rubbing baby oil, which is absorbed in the skin with drugs in it? Do you understand what he did to people? Like, do you really think about that? The other thing is, there is a form of fentanyl-laced drug called pink elephant. And Jen was the one, Psychic Jen, that brought this up in reference to something else. And we thought it was actually a club. So me and Bobby were looking it up, and it's actually a drug. Here's the thing that you don't know right now. Fentanyl, under the name of pink elephant and God knows whatever else, takes 5 times the amount of, now I just forgot it. Oh my God. The stuff you spray up your nose. Oh, Narcan. Jesus, what is wrong with me? 5 times the amount of Narcan. Not one. I carry Narcan in my car. I have it down at my house. I gave John some. I gave Kenneth some. I gave Jason some. And I sent them the video on how to use it and all these. No, it's called pink elephant. And what it is it's fentanyl at such a high cut that you have to 5 times the Narcan to wake up from it. Now, if you don't know somebody's on that, or they put that in your baby oil, however that happens, and I don't know, and he's drugging people, who has been murdered by this, by the way. So we have so much stuff, so much stuff, so much stuff. Oh my God, Flo, geez, Flo, thank you so much. Flo is so generous. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for that. 5 times the amount of Narcan to wake a person up. I don't know what that means exactly. Lou, yeah, I definitely believe in pick a card readings. Flo, thank you so much. Flo supports this channel. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. She's so great. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how much Narcan you have to take to get out of that level of whatever that is, like in your body, but that's a problem. So Allie Carter is speaking truthfully. Maybe her mother wants to protect her and says she's crazy. So thank you, Flo, for that. Thank you so much. I don't know why her mother's saying that, but I wouldn't want to be called a liar, even if you think you're protecting me. Allie Carter speaks what we've heard. Like, we've heard it. This is what they're saying about P. Diddy. It's straight up, he's in jail. It's what Jay-Z is being accused of. So I don't think she's lying. I mean, we know this happens. We've seen that. You guys know, right? So when her mother goes against her, she may have her reasons. As a mother, we don't want our kids to die, obviously, but sometimes our kids are warriors and they have to speak and they have to stand up. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. P. Diddy is going to go to trial. You can't negate 400 people and all those charges and whichever ones are going, and there's too many. You can't negate that. You can't. She's speaking the proof. And by the way, I might add, she talked about the fires before the fires. She talked about the fires before the fires and said they were a distraction. Why is she lying? Look what we're living. Our whole city is blown up, okay? So she's talking about that. Adopted mom. Oh, that makes perfect sense. It's probably her madam. Sorry. But yeah, no, I mean, she said it. Well, she knows because she understands what's going on, or she's heard it from the elite. That's what she probably knows. I mean, she knows 100%, 100%. Anthony Kidman, I'm going to go back to Nicole Kidman's father, was a psychiatrist. He was brought up on child hunting, not child fuckery, not child beating, not child changing records, not child pornography, child hunting. I want you to hear that word. That are the charges that Nicole Kidman's father had against him when he escaped and went to Singapore and either fell down the stairs or had a heart attack. Child hunting, not duck hunting, which you people and PETA people don't like. Child hunting. Yeah, Singapore. I thought it was Singapore, Japan. And then her brother-in-law. But that's a thing. That's a thing. That happened. Sorry. 10 years ago, yeah. I started speaking about it in 2015 or 2016, right around there. Child hunting. It is a thing. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, elites, 13 families, the Corsinis, all of these people, they go to Belgium. Castle, what is it? Sky of a Thousand Lights, okay? George Bush Sr. and his blah, 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 blah. Okay? That guy. Thousand Lights, Castle in Belgium, and I think it's Belgium. Anyway, they would put these kids, the weird castle in Belgium. They would put these kids in the woods, and then they would chase them and hunt them down. Why are you hunting children? Hansel and Gretel is what it makes me think of. And we read our kids the story of Hansel and Gretel. Not me, but my generation had that read to us. What the hell kind of fairy tale is that? Hansel and Gretel. Really? Going to put me in a pot and cook me? Why are you going to do that? I'm not that tasty. Kind of cranky. I'm going to eat a lot of garlic. I'm not going to taste good. So they chase them. Now, Fiona Barnett brought the charges against Anthony Kidman, the doctor. Nicole Kidman, now this is according to Fiona Barnett, was raised in a family where she witnessed Fiona being abused in the circle, satanic, Luciferian, whatever. Yeah, garlic is good, but I don't taste good with garlic. So she witnessed this. So when you're looking at it, I want you to really understand the velocity of the people that we've held up on pedestals for generations, going back to, thank you for that. No, the fires are not natural. We've had Flo, thank you so much. I don't even know how to repay you for the kindness. Thank you. The magnitude of what these people have done to children is atrocious. These are children, okay? Now, Nicole Kidman spoke fondly of her father. Now, I get it's her father. I understand that. But child hunting. Come here, Lou. Come here. Look, Lou. Come here. Don't knock my water over, Lou. Oh, I got her. I had to lift her up. There. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. She's one happy kitty because I fed her. There she is. Look. Are you happy, baby? Are you happy? Look. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. She jumped right on. She jumped right on the printer. She's like, that's it, I'm out. But when she just went crash down. She's over there now. But when you look at the magnitude of it, this is a woman we hold on a pedestal and we watch what she does. And we're told that we need to clap and fawn over her. We need to change that in our society. We need to change who we idolize, okay? We need to change that because her father was charged with child hunting. The magnitude of that, when you actually think about that, and that he died before he was brought to court, is outrageous. It's outrageous. They're Luciferian. It's the queen. Oh my God, the queen. I can't start. I just can't start on the queen. I've been doing it. I was kicked out of middle school for sitting down and refusing to sing God Save the Queen. I refused. And I literally was suspended. As a child, I said, I'm not singing God Save the Queen. I'm not singing that as an anthem to God Save the Queen. I don't care. I don't care. And my mother's like, she's British, first of all, so that didn't go over well. Thank you, Bobby. That didn't go over well. I was told, you're incorrigible, la, 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 all of this shit. And I was like, I'm not singing a song in my class every single morning to save the queen. I'm not doing it. No, why save her? Why can't I sing God Save that? Why just her? No. See, in America, our natural anthem is about the country, not the dictator running the country, right? I'm not. Teddy Bear's Picnic. Oh my God, don't even get me started. I'm just not doing it. So I was expelled several times. Bad school record, little kid school, expel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I'm saying, what if they said, God save Bush, God save Obama, God save this one, that one, Hillary, Michael, Camille, whatever her name is, Biden, whichever one, all the way back. Yeah, no. Okay. So in Canada, I sat down. I just fucking refused to do it. I thought it was, I know, right? Like, nope, not doing it. And then I have the even funnier story. John has a stack of $2 bills that his dad collected. So you collect them in order, serial number in order, like when you're a bill collector. I mean, a money collector. Whatever her name is. I can't even say it because I think it's Prince Sausage Finger's wife and it's whatever. But anyways, my father-in-law, Slim, he collected stacks of $2 bills. He wrote the Treasury in Canada and told them that there was a witch in the hairdo of the queen on a broomstick. The mint printed these $2 bills, and there's hundreds of them, and his dad pointed it out, and they took them out of circulation with a witch in the queen's hair. So the hair, that old lady hairstyle, the witch is on a broom in her hair. Somebody did that, right? I mean, no, seriously, that's funny, right? He found it. I'm like, who looks at a dollar bill? It was a $2 bill. Yes, $2 bill. And so John has like a stack like this. Keith had some, Jason had some. Yeah, the Hunger Games are out there. The Hunger Games are real. And we are dumb. I'm stupid as a person. We all the way home. Anyway, thank you for that. I'm really dumb because I thought if I try to do my goals while I'm raising my kids, I should be able to do it. No, they're never going to let you do it because I'm not going to do what they want me to do, right? Willie Lopez, you're funny. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to sign away my right to enjoy my life, but we do because we look at these people like we aspire to live like them, and they're not good people. This guy was child hunting. Your idol, Nicole Kidman, was raised in a house with a father that was a child hunter. Okay, not Hunter Biden, a child hunter. As in your child gets kidnapped from a doctor in psychiatry. Thank you for the super chat. From a doctor in psychiatry who medicates them, tells them whatever. No, it's true. Like, I'm not making it up. But we idolize her. Oh, Nicole. Okay. Why? Then she married a Scientologist. Exactly. I mean, what? Like, yeah, Fiona Barnett. And you may not believe these people because the first thing when you're listening to them is like, they're crazy. That is the first thing. It sounds like they're crazy, but they're not. This is a reality of what's happening. It's happening behind the scenes. No, I didn't either. She acts totally MK Ultra. But ask yourself a question. You've got all of these people, all of these houses, all of these tunnels, all of these things underneath California. You've got fires being detonated, like this one goes off, that one pops off. Suddenly one in the Simi Valley, 45 miles away, lights up over there on a different freeway and facing a different direction. Then there's one over that way. I mean, it's just weird, right? So ask yourself what's really being hidden behind the scenes, because it's being, yeah, Ariana Grande is obviously, that is a thing. She told me about being chased by demonic entities 2016. So she was aware of it. But see, here's the thing. This is what I want to explain to you. And it causes anxiety, and it causes a lot of things, and it causes you to disassociate. But here's the thing I want to explain to you. When they are born into a family that is a Illuminati, Mason, whatever family, and let's say the kids don't know it. So for example, if they've been inverted in utero and they're just born to their parents, they're like you and I. They wake up in a family and this is their family. Like, I don't really think about where I came from. I was adopted and they did shove that down my throat, so I knew it. But I didn't really think about, you know, what that meant or doesn't mean. Kathy O'Brien as well. Bush's sex slave, exactly. I never really thought about it. Like, do you think about really, like, is my mother wrong or crazy? It's not until you're a teenager or something where you can see behavior that you may think that, right? But if they're in these families, they are born doing certain things to begin with, okay? If they're not already harnessed in and through reincarnation cycle and harnessed back in, right? So they come back in through a portal into another body and they're given specifically to that family. So they're chained in the astral. They never really get to die. You get to die, I get to die. I know nobody wants to die, but we get to die. They get trapped in the astral in a different way than we do in the reincarnation one, and they are bound, and they pull them back in and they use them as a public thing. So do these souls or people like that know it? And when they start doing the rituals that they practice, right? When they start doing that, are they aware that they're opening themselves up? So, like, there are teenage girls that will fuck a lot of guys for money. That's the trick. He's going to buy me a car. I'm going to fuck this one for dinner. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. They're letting all that energy into their body. Is something being deposited? I'm just going to smoke crack. Not me personally. They're saying this, right? Yes, the fires are all around me. I'm in the middle of them. We get evacuation orders and then we don't. But there's nothing coming up on my house yet. Anyway, and nothing down the street. But we're completely clouded out. But when you look at it, okay, so they come back in and let's say you've got teenage friends and they smoke weed every day, because you know some of them. I grew up around a bunch of them. They smoke cigarettes. They drink booze. They're taking Xanax, Vicodin, whatever, blah, 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 all of that, right? They're opening their bodies. They're being sexually abused in childhood. So you've got one deviant family member who's sodomizing people and it's causing a problem, right? So it causes a problem. It opens the energy field. Then they go into performing, and the Kardashians are people that use glamour magic. Okay, so they come out and you think they're attractive. They're okay, but they're, you know, whatever. Yes, that's most of them, or they wouldn't be there. That's correct. So the Kardashians use glamour magic. Beyonce seems controlled and out of her mind. So I'm really, okay. Yeah, it's terrible. So that's why you think they're attractive. You are told that they're attractive. As soon as they put shit in their asses, these girls go around and they're like, oh God, I hear the alarm thing going off there. And these girls, they go around and they're like, let me stick shit in my ass. And then when it becomes Twiggy era, everybody's like, let's become anorexic and only eat like rice cakes. And then when it's big boob time, it's like, let's get big boobs. And then when it's like, whatever haircut, let's do that. That's why you have to know who you are. You have to practice being authentic to who you are so that you don't become a clone of these people, because that feeds their energy. So that's what happens. Xanax is totally dangerous. It's totally, then there's destiny swapping. So there's a lot of destiny swapping with people. Definitely. Definitely. I believe P. Diddy did what he said. Now we have face tattoos. Everybody and their cousin has a, I've thought of always getting a face tattoo that says fuck off right here, but you know, I'm not going to do that. It's just a little funny fantasy in my head. Um, just a little funny fantasy. Yeah, no, destiny swapping. People can be jealous of you. They can want what you have. They can take stuff. Yeah, absolutely. So you have all of these components going on. They go on TV. Somehow we think they're special. Or they're on TV, or they're a musician. There's a lot of musicians, just because they're on TV, or you're told that they're famous, or you're told that I can get fake tattoos. Yeah. Or you're told that this is what you should be doing. It's like the politics. Pick idiot A or idiot B. I don't want to pick either one. I just want to be free. Eat my dinner, have a piece of pizza, whatever. Yeah, Beyonce does look attractive. But destiny swapping is when somebody, one of God's children, or Christ consciousness, God's children, okay, so not a Satanist, has a purpose on earth. And the purpose is on earth is to fulfill their soul in a godlike manner, whatever that means. Could be singing, could be dancing, could be doctor, could be whatever. Somebody who cannot connect with that consciousness or that stream of consciousness due to their unwillingness and the way that they step away from God can literally come into your energy and become covetous of it, right? Covetous, and take your life by copying what you're doing, and then take your out. I don't know how to protect yourself. I pray. That's all I can do. What can yeah. I just pray. That's what I do. Yeah, groups of friends, all kinds of things. Yes, of course she does. They all have their alter personalities. Exactly. What is that if that's not possession? What is that? What is that? Right? Yeah, so if you have people that want to be too much like you, like they tell you this bullshit, flattery is, no. Sorry, I'm all stuffed. I just said it backwards. Imitation is, oh God, excuse me, is the best form of flattery. Sorry, I was yawning. Is the best form of flattery. No, it's not. Why you want to be me? You want to put my skin on your skin, aka face off? Get away from me. I'm my own person. You go be your own person. You go be your own person. You got to be your own person. Get out of my face. No one wants to be a 60-year-old, but I'm saying when you're younger, you got to watch out for this. You got to watch out for it. Yeah, that's it. They all want to look the same. They all want to do the same. Why? Why you want to do that? I don't want to look like them. That's it. The world is very demonic, and LA is, stop copying me. Yeah, exactly. Stop copying me. That's why I shave my hair too a lot. Like most people aren't gonna want to do this. So yeah, I can't. Almost 60 is how old I am. Oh God. Yeah. So anyway, almost 60, y'all. Boomba. Yes, yes. My son is 32. My granddaughter is 13 and 18 months. True story. Keithy would be 29. Oh, you're 60 tomorrow. Congratulations. Okay, I have heard that tattoos are spiritually dangerous. And I know it depends what your tattoo is of. So the demons that people put, the pictures of Satan, the serial killers, there's a potential that those could bring about the energy of that. I put my children, as you know, you can see, I put my son and my other son, and I put Keith's ashes, and they're my children. Am I going to go to hell for that? I don't think so. I think God wants me to celebrate my children. And since they're stealing the whole state, and people are living in their cars, I have my children on my arm. So I took their pictures. I think if you were to like put the Night Stalker or John Wayne Gacy on your body, I don't know. I'm not Jewish. I don't know if that would cause a problem. So, I don't know. Yes, the symbolism. Yeah, I don't really look into it. Again, I'm only going to put things of value to me, which are my children, really. Um, yeah, that's just how I would word it. I mean, I don't know really. I know they say it, but I can't believe God puts you on this planet with everything else going on and is going to punish you for getting a tattoo, but let you go free for child hunting. Okay. Yes, I know what Nicole is. Of course she is. She comes from the lineage. That's why everybody sucks her dick when she walks by. Oh, God, stop it. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, anyway. Madonna, what? Okay, Madonna. I mean, Madonna's not ugly. She's not an ugly person. She's not. Um, you know, oh, traditional, yes, in native cultures, different cultures. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think as a society, we may do stuff, but I actually really love my tattoos. It is the most beautiful piece of jewelry I have bought or put on myself or that anybody could ever do is my children. That's all I care about. So I'm that person. I know other people have different interests, but that's, for me, it's a gift that I am so grateful for. Just that somebody did it right and made my arm look like my children. I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. Anyway, I am back to Nicole Kidman and his problem with being a high priestess in Hollywood. Absolutely. Yeah, we know this. I mean, when you know, you know. All right, you guys. I think that a lot of native cultures do the stuff on the face and all of that. Absolutely. Yes. They do all of that. And, clones are real. So when you're talking about Britney Spears, watch the face. The face changes and they're not always the same people. So you guys, I have a funeral tomorrow. So I'm going to Deanna's grandson's funeral. That's what I will be doing. So I'm going to go to bed early so that I can get up early. So Deanna and I can head down there because it's a long drive. Hopefully the freeways aren't jammed for friggin' hours. And that's what we're doing. So, so that's what we're doing. Yeah, really, California is in such a sad state. It's heartbreaking. I never thought I would love a place, but I so love the mountains out here and the texture of the land that it's heartbreaking. These people have worked, a lot of them, their whole lives to live in those neighborhoods, and a lot of the houses have been handed down, like from grandparents to parents to children, grandchildren to their children, and they're gone. Like, I'm just like, whoa. It's horrific. Thousands of houses burnt to the ground, and establishments like restaurants that you would go to on Mother's Day if you were in town or that you would visit. It's just really horrific. Thank you guys. Thank you all for the support. Flo and all the other super chatters. Thank you so much. I shall be safe. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to wear to a funeral. I like to wear bright colors, but that's not really appropriate. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully get there without getting caught in any whatever is on the freeways. Okay, bye, you guys. Pray for California and all the little animals and people. Notice how I put the animals first, but I can't help it. They're so cute. That's the weirdest thing. I'm not normally that kind of person, but oh my God, they're so cute. Yeah, so we will talk to you later. I say we. Who's we? I'm talking in plural. I'm so tired. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a good night. Thank you all so much for the support. Oh, by the way, ridiculous. The website should be open. I don't know if all the slots have been purchased. The text questions are there, and something else. I forget what else I was going to say. Anyway, there's that. And I will be filming videos. So I'll be doing that. I mean, pre-film videos. You know what I'm saying? And my TikTok is completely missing, and TikTok won't give it back to 450,000 people. I hate them. And I will talk to you guys soon. They took my TikTok off for me being unauthentic. What is that? Someone else pretends to be me and they get to keep my channel, but I'm me and they take my channel. I'm totally stuffed. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.